Ah yes, television, with its many interesting and varied channels full of superb content like BBC Three, ITV2, Comedy Central and Chase TV. Challenge. Many channels come and go. Most recently, MTV shut down MTV Base and MTV Classic. There are well-known channels that have been axed by the TV gods over the years, like Bravo for example. But there are a certain number of channels that have shut down and many people respond with a collective channels like Rapture, MTV Flux, and the one we're talking about today, Player.
But before we get into that, we have to tell you about a company called FlexTech. FlexTech was a company that owned many TV channels in the UK, including Bravo, a channel for people who walk around wearing England t-shirts and always drinking Carling.
I've conquered all the chippies.
You know, those people. Living, in case watching daytime ITV wasn't enough for your shallow lifestyle needs. Trouble, a channel targeted the kids, with shows like Gary the Rat starring teenage heartthrob Kelsey Grammer. FTN, all that but on Freeview for the filthy peasants who couldn't afford Sky. And finally, Challenge, now known as Chase TV because of how many fucking times it repeats the chase. It was a channel full of game shows like Take Your Pick, Wheel of Fortune, 3, 2, 1, and Which Drink Has No Edmund spiked with cyanide. Okay, I made that last one up, but you get the point.
Now, Challenge wasn't just about people asking a guy named Bob that they needed a piss. They also ran other stuff too, like Fear Factor, Crystal Maze, Fort Boyard, Auntie's Bloopers, and wherever the fuck Banzai is. However, Challenge would also dip their toes into gambling. We're not talking about Challenge Jackpot, however. This was a block known as Player. Now, Player was a block on Challenge that has shows like Vegas Virgins, which is another piece of lost media that Blue Frog is making a video about. You should probably go check that out once it releases. Casino Casino, Showbiz Poker, World's Greatest Gambling Scams, and even films like Casino. It sure beats 5,000 reruns of The Chase, but footage of this block is really hard to come by. What you're seeing now are some of the only promos I could find on YouTube. There's probably loads more somewhere else, but really I can't be arsed.
Player must have been a success because in 2006, Player was spun off into his own channel which, quote, celebrates the essence of human competition together with the voyeuristic thrill of excitement and the emotion of risk-taking. Gritty, intense and brimming with high-octane action content, Player explores in depth the worlds of poker, football, fighting and driving, and captures the moments and stories of the people we most admire as true players. Which gave the impression that this channel was basically just Challenge but aimed at Bravo's audience. The website thankfully has been archived, which could give us a look into the channel's branding. And judging by this header from the FlexTech website, the items would have been live action scenes tinted yellow with the Player logo on top. Not exactly Martin Lambie Nairn level stuff, but this is only a small satellite channel.
The channel was very unsuccessful, as in September 2006, the channel was rebranded to Bravo 2. So the question still remains, why is this the least talked about channel in UK TV history? There is 6 footage of the promos for the Challenge block and a photo of the logo from the FlexTech website, but that really seems to be it. I personally put it down to 2 things. Number 1, the channel lasted for a short amount of time. Really short. We're talking between March and September of the same year, 2006, which is shorter than even Living Loves. I doubt any of you even remember Living Loves. So, number 2, it was on around 3 AM. Well, not really, but let's be honest, who's going to use that space to record gambling programs when they can record the next episode of the Mr. Frog Show?
So in conclusion, that was Player, a channel dedicated to gambling that lasted about 6 months before getting dropped off the face of the earth to no one's great surprise. Will the channel come back? Highly unlikely because FlexTech as a whole is dead and has been absorbed by the overlords at Sky, leaving Challenge a quivering mess full of Chase reruns and occasionally some Bullseye repeats. But hey, that's life.
Goblin Corner.